few moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. They go play action with Jackson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
It's our time. Spoke to Mike. Mike spoke. Ready?
Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Fielded at the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6. Hey, watch the ball. Mike 6. Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all of a sudden they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 60 yards.
Go now. 18 Gator.
Come off the ball. Check three.
Get it.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 43.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
Mike 50.
Now Chubb running right. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Kill.
Right back to him on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. They go play action now. Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50+. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Hey, orbit.
Check Mike 6. Hey, tighten down.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Play action. Now Jackson. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Let's go. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. No. Off.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
36.
And he'll give it here to his running back. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, Mike 7. Mike 50. Cut. Mike 50. I'm coming. Hey. I'm coming outside.
On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Kill. Go.
From the gun, Lawrence. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Running for it, here's Chubb, and an alley to run. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 32 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Jam, X3, 218, chopper.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready. 18 Gators.
Watch the run.
Hey, shoot.
Mike 27. Check.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Ricky.
Ready.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception in the first.
You ain't got nothing.
Shoot.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know you thought that one.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. 27. Hey, exit.
Here we go. Mike 27. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Off play action. Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Bring it. Kill.
Get it.
And again, it's Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Set. 15, line it. 15 line.
They got tight left, tight left. 4 down, check, 4 down. Let's go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Here we go. 8, read. Watch the curl, watch recon. 132 fighter. Spine. Let go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready? 30 base.
Mike 50.
Come on. You better go. Snap.
They go with Chubb on second down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
Watch tight.
6-6. Pull it high. 4 down. Even. Ready?
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Hey, alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. This is our time, guys.
On 4th down, Lawrence. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
What's tight? Tight is right. Hey.
Pilot, 64, weak.
4 down.
Tight dog. Big grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I can't believe they even let you play. Joker.
General West.
Off the play fake, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
I'm coming after you. Hey, switch gears. Watch the edge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Cleveland.
Ready!
50. Watch the run, watch the run.
Hey!
We got motion.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Slam. 25, check 25, check.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Ready.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
New draw quarter.
Tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. 4 down. Check.
Get it.
Set.
A run for Nick Chubb.
Run.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
All day.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
61, matchbox light.
Wide, get wide. Shift.
Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 31.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. A gain there of 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready? Hey, come on. Mike 5-5. I got wide. Check nickel. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Yes.
Get him, you got him.
Now.
Now Chubb. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike 27. Mike 27. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And the ball is knocked out. And the Ravens have got it.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Bang. Bang, bang.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Brings up
4th and goal.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Here we go, let's bring it.
One last shot for Jackson. Being chased out left. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I had given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream, maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So for Baltimore, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.